Okay, in this lecture, we're going to be talking about nested F statement. A nested F statement is when you have an F inside another F statement. So let's have an example. So let's say we have three variables and then we want to display the highest to largest value. So let's use the scanner to input or to prompt the user to enter three values. So we already created the scanner object called scan. Now let's prompt the user. Enter the first number. We're going to save it using the scanner. Say A. And next int. Okay. And then we're going to prompt the user to enter the second number. Second number. And then save it as well. B scan next int. And then finally, the third value. Enter the third number. And then it's going to save it in variable called C. Scan next int. Now we want to make an F statement that displays or determine the largest, the highest number of the three. So what we're going to do is we're going to start with the first one. We're going to compare two numbers first. So we're going to say if I is higher than B. So if A higher than B, and this condition is true, then automatically that means what? B is eliminated. I'm talking if the condition is true. If A happens to be higher than B, that means if this condition is true, then B cannot be the largest number because it's less. Without even knowing the other value, we know for sure B is not going to be the highest value. So we're going to eliminate it. Now we have to compare A and C. So inside the F statement, we're going to make another F, and we're going to compare A and C. So if A is still higher than C, that means A already higher than B, and it's higher than C, then definitely A is the largest value. Okay. Now else, we're talking about the else, the one inside the statement else. What does else mean? Else means C is higher than A. Now we already know that A is higher than B. So if C is higher than A, then definitely it's higher than B as well. So we're going to have C is the largest value. Okay. So all these two cases, F and else, are still inside the F statement if A higher than B. Okay. Now what about if A is not higher than B? So we're going to have another else here. So what does this else means? Else means A is not higher than B. So this else follow the first F. Look at the bracket. That's why I said the use of the brackets, the curly brackets, is very important. It tells you which one, like which else follows which F. Okay. So here, based on the brackets, we know that this else is part of this F. And this else, the last one, is part of the first F. Why? Because this is the beginning of the F and this is the end. Okay, now else means A is less than B. Then in this case, A is eliminated. Eliminated. Why? Because we said else means the opposite of this. That means this one is false. That means B is higher than A. Now, if B is higher than A, so we just have to compare B and C. So we're going to go inside here and do the same thing that we did before. If B is higher than C, then B is already higher than A. then if it's still higher than C, then that's the largest number. So we're going to have B is the largest value. Now what about else? What does else means here? That means we said that else means B higher than A. And then here inside we said B is higher than C. So else means that C is higher than B. C is higher than B. And in this case, C will be the largest value. So this is an example of a nested F statement. So as you can see right here, we have an F inside another F. And also here, F inside an else. So this is called nested F. Now let's test the program. Let's build it and run the program. Now let's pick three numbers. Let's say 6 is A, okay, 9, and then 12. The largest value is 12. Let's find out. C is the largest value. The last one is the largest value. Now maybe that was an accident. Let's try it another time and then make sure this time that the first number is the highest value. 12 is A, 7 is B, and 4 is C. See, A, which is the first one, is the largest value. Now let's run the program and make sure B is this time the highest value. So we're going to have 6, 12, and 9. So here in this case, B is supposed to be the largest value. Sure enough, B is the largest value. Now, what about if we have two numbers are the largest value? So let's see if the program deals with this situation. So let's say we have 12 two times, and we have 9. So B, see, it says one of them, B is the largest value, which is true. Okay, it's still correct. Now, what about if we have, let's say, two values, 9, and still 12. See, C is the largest value. So it works in all situations. So that's an example of an F or nested F statement. So thank you for watching and see you in the next lecture.